Hello, this is Linda from Scallywag Astrology, and I'm just walking through some things you can do with solar fire. So I've got a chart up here, a natal chart, and I'm just going to have a look at preferences. So we can edit the settings, and we can go in and change the calculations. So for, say, Hellenistic astrologers, you would want a different day and night time formula for the part of fortune. Some people might prefer fixed. Void, of course, you can choose which method you want. So say I want traditional. Go back to edit settings again. Progressions and directions. You can choose which one you want. Zodiac, so you can choose whether you prefer for your default zodiac tropical, sidereal or draconic. Over here it has which type of chart you want for sidereal charts, and you can choose whether you want to have the default zodiac only when casting new charts and all your old charts left in the same one, and or whether you want both new and open charts to be opened that way. House systems. So you've got a whole heap here. I used to do Placidus, and you can see, nope, I've got to open it again. If I go in and open a chart now, same chart, you can see it's now in Placidus. And if I want to change that again to whole signs, there it is. It will be whole signs again. Preferences. What else have we got? Points. You can choose which points are arranged in what order. So this is important for, like you can see what it says here, for how they appear in reports, in grids and other page objects. So if you wanted the sun to appear before the moon, you would move that up. And then if we do, you can see here now the sun is above the moon. Whereas if we go and change that and move the sun back down, oh, keep wanting to do that, move it down and go look at it now, you'll see the moon is back in top position. View menu. This is what you want your chart, what page style you want your chart to display when you first open it. So for a current chart, which is just any chart over here in the calculated charts, I've got Hellenistic with bounds selected, but you could choose any one you want. If you want just the chart, it won't show up for that. Oh yes, it will. It made a liar out of me. And any chart that I create will automatically show up with that, unless I go and change it, which I'm going to do because I do prefer my chart. And now it's back to my default. What else have we got in here? We've got the complements. You can put in the name of your company and email address, whatever you want. You can choose to hide it. You've got a choice of glyphs for some things. For eclipses, you can choose whether you want the exact lunar phase or the maximum eclipse time. Stations, you can say, whether you want it to show S for stations and what sort of time span of exactness. you can decide what you want it to auto run. So let's just say I wanted it to do, let's have a look, lunar phase. We'll select that, and I'm just going to go out, and when I boot it up again, it should show me the lunar phase. There it is. New moon 1966. That's because it's trying to do it for my chart. That was the last one I had. I do find a bit of trouble with this. Sometimes it just will not get rid of stuff. Preferences. I'm going to change that back to where were we? Auto run. I'm going to change that back to transits. You could have it as a tri-wheel. That could be interesting. I should imagine that will be natal, transits, and yeah, you can see natal, secondary progressions, and transits. What else have we got? Edit settings. Dates, calculations, ellipses, auto run, charts. This is probably more applicable for people who have older versions of Solarfire and have upgraded, and they've changed the way that it saves the charts slightly different. You can choose to have every chart that you open saved to whatever the default chart file is. You can also choose excuse me, you can also choose which place will be the default. So I've got Chicago, Illinois, but I could have Brisbane, Australia, or I could have anywhere. I could have Adelaide, Australia, selected. And if I do that, when I discard that, it should bring up the transit chart. Okay, because it's still doing the third. Is it doing it? No, it's doing it for Chicago down there. I must not have saved that. Let's have a look. Utilities, preferences, places. Oh, okay, I see what I did. I have put in Adelaide there, but I didn't set it as the default. So I need to set it as default and OK. Then I'm just going to discard it. I'm asking it to discard all those charts. And it still brings it up. But you can see down here now, Adelaide, Australia is the default for the transits. And what else have we got? Edit settings. We have interpretations, just which word processor document you want. You just browse in there if you've got something else you want to use. And dates. It's just what's the window for 2-digit years. So that's how you do that. And I'll show you something else very quickly. If you go to chart options over here, you can change how it all looks. So you can change the aspect colors. So you could go for all black. You can see they've changed to all black there. You can have it quite light. What's the other one? The other one's quite light too. I usually just go with the default, which is standard. And You can have different colors for the neck chakras, sign fill colors. So like I've got it quite light, but you could have all sorts of things. You just need to look here. Ooh, yeah, not a good look. So we'll change that back. Color scheme, sign fill colors. Let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, that's quite garish. Change it back to, I think it was rainbow, maybe 2. You can also change the background color, so you could have it, say, pink. Or you can put in a background graphic. So you could put in a picture and it will put the photo in. Need to get rid of that pink. So where are we? Color scheme. Get rid of that background color. You can choose whether it's a light or dark background. And you can see that it's still got that photo there. Oh, I don't know why I went into pages. Color scheme. What does the dark one look like? Not much different. But I'm going to go and change it. If you want to get rid of that, you just clear it and pick the background color. So if you want a grey, it's pretty boring. And depending on what colors you choose, you might have to choose change these things here. But I like just the white. And that's that. So I hope you found that useful, and have a great day.